Every fan of the Detroit Lions knows that every season is filled with challenges, but some moments test a team's true character. Recently, the Detroit Lions faced one of those defining moments, the injury to Alex Anzalone, a defensive stalwart whose absence is bound to echo across the locker room. But here's the real question. Can this adversity spark a new chapter for the Lions? With Anzalone out for up to 8 weeks due to a forearm fracture, the stakes have suddenly changed. This is not just a football injury. It's a moment that will shape the trajectory of this season. And it's made even more daunting by the absence of other defensive leaders like Derek Barnes, Malcolm Rodriguez, and Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Suddenly, a defense that looked strong at the start of the season must reinvent itself on the fly. So, where do the Lions go from here? The answer could lie within their own roster. Players like Malcolm Rodriguez and Trevor Noahs have big shoes to fill, and Ezekiel Turner and Ben Neiman could be tapped for unexpected roles. But in such a crucial moment, can the Lions trust their internal depth, or should they cast a wider net for experience reinforcements? The names floating around include David Long Jr., a seasoned defender with Miami, who could bring much-needed stability, or Malik Jefferson, a familiar face who could seamlessly fit into the system. But the name that stands out most is Quan Alexander, an experienced veteran with 107 career games, who could add the immediate leadership this unit is now missing. At the same time, trusting the internal talent could be the spark this team needs to rise above the odds. The challenge will be finding the balance between developing young talent like Rodriguez and Noahs and securing experience that can keep the defense competitive against the best. For Lions fans, this is more than just a roster decision. It's a defining moment. The leadership void created by Anzalone's injury is an opportunity for new voices to rise and prove their worth. Aiden Hutchinson could take on an even greater leadership role, and Dan Campbell's unique approach might be the very thing that guides this team through adversity. The reality is, the Lions have been tested before and have always responded with grit. This season, despite setbacks, has shown that this is not the same old Lions. So, how will Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell navigate this challenge? Will they trust the internal solution, or will they look outside for reinforcements to ensure their playoff hopes remain alive? As we await their decision, one thing is clear: the Lions are no strangers to overcoming adversity. This season could still be one for the ages. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights like this, make sure to subscribe to Lions News Fan Report and join us as we continue to track the twists and turns of this exciting season. Let's stay united as a team, Lions fans. The journey to the playoffs is far from easy, and with each new obstacle, the pressure on the coaching staff and players intensifies. However, the essence of what it means to be a Detroit Lion has never been clearer: perseverance, courage, and the desire to reinvent yourself. This injury to Anzalone could be the exact moment for the team to take a step forward, where those who have the heart and determination to step up in decisive moments can truly shine. And this is where the true strength of this team comes in. It's not just about the number of talented players, but about the collective. Even with all the injuries, the team remained competitive and united. The way Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes put together this team with a focus on team spirit is what makes the Lions different from other teams in the NFL. The next man-up mentality will be tested in profound ways, but at the same time, each new leader who rises will be a testament to how far this team's culture can take them. This leads us to another important reflection. How can the team use this moment to strengthen its future? If the coaching staff relies on a mix of young talent with experienced veterans, as we already mentioned, this can not only help stabilize the defense this year, but also create a solid foundation for the seasons to come. Players like Malcolm Rodriguez and Trevor Noahs have the chance to not only prove themselves, but also gain the confidence needed to lead the team for years to come. Still, bringing in a seasoned veteran like Quan Alexander or David Long Jr. could be key to ensuring the defense remains competitive this year. However, as we know, any reinforcement brings with it the challenge of adapting and building chemistry with the other players. The flexibility and how quickly these new pieces fit into Dan Campbell's scheme could be crucial. The next games will be fundamental in setting the tone for the rest of the season. Every strategic choice made by Holmes and Campbell will not only impact the defense, but also send a message to the team that everyone has a responsibility to maintain high standards. Anzalone's injury is a blow, but also an invitation to greatness. This is the time to see who is really ready to take on a responsibility and carry the team forward. In a time of so many challenges, it's easy to forget how powerful the culture of perseverance built over the years with Campbell and Holmes can be. When adversity strikes, that's when we see the true character of a team. And I'm sure that, even in the face of difficulties, the Detroit Lions will continue to fight, grow, and, above all, believe in what they are capable of achieving. Now, Lions fans, the time to act has arrived. How do you think the team should move forward after Anzalone's injury? What would be the best solution to maintain defensive balance and, at the same time, strengthen the team for the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below and keep following the Lions News Fan Report. Let's go together because the future is bright for the Detroit Lions and our journey is just beginning. As a fan of the Detroit Lions, I understand the mix of feelings this moment provokes. Alex Anzalone's injury is undoubtedly a heavy blow to the team's defense, especially as he is a vital leader on the field, someone who brings the unit together and gives the right direction at the most critical moments. It's difficult to imagine the defense without his presence, but at the same time, this type of adversity also brings an opportunity for growth for the team. I believe the most important thing now is for the Lions to maintain confidence in the culture that was built by Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. They transformed the team's mindset, creating an environment where everyone has a chance to prove themselves. This type of situation where players like Malcolm Rodriguez, Trevor Noahs, and others can be called upon to step up is a chance to strengthen the team in the long term. Personally, I think a combination of young talent with a seasoned veteran could be key. A player like Quan Alexander, who brings high-level experience, could be the stabilizer the defense needs, while at the same time, younger players have a chance to grow and show what they are capable of. I trust that regardless of the injuries, the Lions have what it takes to continue competing. They have already shown resilience in past seasons, and that is something we cannot underestimate. The team is stronger than ever in terms of culture and mentality, and I believe this can make all the difference, especially in times of crisis. I know the journey won't be easy, but as a Lions fan, I'm excited to see how the team will respond to this adversity. There is a lot of talent at stake, and I believe the team can overcome this obstacle with courage and unity. Let's continue to believe and support the team, because at the end of the day, we are all one big family of fans, united by our passion for the Detroit Lions.